Russ Heltman, All Bearcats reporter here, joined by UC leading rusher in Week 1, coming off his second 100-yard performance of his career, Corey Kiner. Corey, thoughts on your efficient Week 1 outing? Less than 15 carries to post over 100 yards. That is not easy to do in college football. And you guys were, as an entire running back room, able to stay very efficient on Saturday.
We were all able to do what we were doing because of the way that the O-line was playing and the way that the receivers and tight ends were blocking. So we didn't do that by ourselves. It was a team effort.
Talk to me a little bit more in depth about those holes, how they developed, how you saw them, and just Week 1, first week in a brand new rushing scheme, your overall feelings on how everybody did in terms of, maybe not, you don't have to grade every single position group, but just what did you see hole-wise opening up? How quickly were things opening up? Were things kind of playing out the way you envisioned it in the game plan?
So we've been working hard on these run schemes since June. So since spring ball actually.
Yeah.
So we've been working on it for a long time. So for us to finally get to go against a different team, it started off a little bit slow just because it was our first time seeing something different. But everybody did their job and everybody made finding the hole very easy. So like I said, the first time the receivers and the tight ends and the O-line did a great job opening up the running lanes so me and the other backs could get our job done.
Does anything change for you, Corey Kiner, going from an FCS opponent to what many analytic-based services dub as a top 30 team in the country on the road in Pitt?
You have to treat every opponent the same. You got to give them the respect. You got to treat them. You got to go in each week ready to work your tail off and not take anybody slightly. So every opponent is getting the same respect from me.
With this offensive line group, guys mostly stayed pretty steady starter-wise. Obviously, Trevor mixed in there a little bit as well, and I think Philip Wilder got in a little bit, but they definitely saw Trevor in there on Saturday. Do things get mixed up ever, or are things ever maybe not as in sync when different guys slot in, or does it feel like you've had enough snaps in these practices over the past few months to where you kind of know the tendencies of what guys are going to be doing?
That's the great thing about our offensive line is that everybody's so close that things stay in sync regardless of who's in and who's at what position, because those guys are so close. They work so much outside of practice and on their own, so everything stays in sync no matter who's in.
Emory's legs scores 2 touchdowns in the game, 9 carries for 26 yards, but it was really net. It was brought down the net because it was a sack or two mixed in there. What do his legs give you guys this year compared to, obviously everybody loved having Ben Bryant as quarterback last year, but definitely did not have the same kind of on the ground impact that a guy like Emory has? What does that do for the run game and you as a player?
Emory is a whole player. Like his legs and his arm, everything about Emory just opens up the offense. Opens up this new offense that we're running a lot for us, because Emory's a dog, so everything that he does, defenses have to prep for him.
On that 54-yard touchdown, going this direction, are you ever like a little miffed if you get it? Not that you would be upset about a run going this direction, but going this direction towards the big jumbotron, you can actually look up and see some guys behind you. Did you hear footsteps at all on that 54-yard run?
I seen somebody on a left side of me.
Yeah.
And I looked, and then I seen somebody, and then I looked to see if somebody was on the right side of me, and I was just trying to protect the ball.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's a little mixed.
Do you like doing that? Getting able to see at the jumbotron?
I never actually looked at the jumbotron before. My Coach Sims was telling me about it the other day. You could use the jumbotron, but now you don't. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Now
So
I know.
This new offense, so many new faces. How does Corey Kiner, as we wrap up here, feel like you all have gelled with 1 week, 1 game down, going into the meat of the schedule here in Pitt?
I feel like the whole summertime, the guys have been gelling. Like, we've been gelling as a whole. Because, like I said, on the weekend, Saturdays, Sundays, and the free time outside of football, we've all came together, putting in extra work, doing things, just trying to come together as a team. So we all came together close outside of football as well. So we got some real friendships built here.
There you go. Close-knit group for the 2023 Bearcats. Thank you so much, Corey.